missing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. And you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. And you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know.
Look, I just didn't know, y'all.
You're an enemy I held too close. Now I know.
What is good, everybody? You are not the person I thought. Hello, everybody. What is good? It's your man, your friend, and family member, Braylon Lee, here for another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live. I don't know if you've seen some things change on the channel, but yes, I have updated some descriptions. And I've just learned that, you know, this brand of virtual tour is something very unique. It's something very different. And I'm a go for it. I'm going to go for it. And we're going to see what's going to happen with all of this. So welcome in, everybody. If you're here, participate in the chat. There will be a point in time where I will drop the link and you can come up. I can only bring up 6 people right now, but I'm going to try to invest in a, upgrade account. So that way I can bring more of you up. And I really do believe in this concept. So how Virtual Tour Live works is I'm going to take 5 of the biggest stories of the day, and then we're just going to go through them. I'm going to give my take live with all of you. Glad to have all of you here. Okay. So the first story up, y'all. Okay. This is from Media Takeout. The first 2 stories are from Media Takeout. Okay. So Maura Mills, y'all, Maura Mills, she was on the Wendy Williams show and asked a question to Wendy Williams about how her friends know her for being a star on the internet, an adult star on the internet. So here we go. Adult star Maura Mills has been suspended from Twitter after she threatened to release a S tape of her and NBA star Zion Williamson. Maura spilled all of the tea after Williamson announced on social media that he would soon welcome his first child with his girlfriend, Anima. I think it's Anima. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Queen. NBA, I have S tapes of me and Zion Williamson. He also has them on his trap phone. At NBA, at Pelicans NBA, trade him now. He doesn't deserve to be in New Orleans. S tapes dropping soon, she tweeted. So her account is suspended. She continues, Zion can't win a case against me. I have physical proof that he sent people to threaten me, and he knows this as well. At Zion Williamson, I'm taking you to court for all the damages you have caused my life. Ooh. So she has been spilling all of his business out on Twitter, even sharing screenshots and pictures and spicy messages between them. He has not responded to any of her tweets. Has she ended his career? I don't think she has ended his career. I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all remember Ime Udoka, right? The brother that coached the Boston Celtics, right? It was dating Nia Long, and how it was somebody on the corporate team, the C-suite team. It was another married person that he was having an affair with, and how he eventually landed on his feet as a coach in the NBA. For some odd reason in our society today, if you have the talent, whatever you do in your outside life does not matter. I mean, for example, with Stephen A. Smith with "Stay Off the Weed," because I'm sorry, I always laugh at Stephen A. Smith when he says that, but he wants the brothers to get the bag. And listen, I feel that at the end of the day, if Zion Williamson did that to his girlfriend, that's a reflection on who he is as a person. And him and his girlfriend will have to deal with that. I think that in the same token, though, it is Mora's right to put out her truth. And sometimes bringing it to the public light is the only way that you can do it. Um, you know, the Kamora Lee Simmons, Russell Simmons situation is being talked about. I may do a Braylon virtual tour pit stop video on that because I do have some thoughts on that as well. Or yeah, I talked about it yesterday. I may have talked about it yesterday, child. We'll see. Or I'll see rather. But like I said, at the end of the day, that was his decision. That was your decision to get with him. You did not have to take the call. But also, too, everybody just needs to be responsible for their own well-being. So suspend it off of Twitter. I mean, there's worse things that happen on Twitter, but okay though. So anyway, that's my take on Zion Williams. And by the way, I don't know if he will be leaving um, the New Orleans Pelicans. I know that the sports world, they were saying that he seemed like he was kind of out and that he really didn't care about the team anymore. But at the end of the day, sometimes it is your mindset, but then it's another thing with your soul. You know what I mean? Of not really wanting to, you're not feeling that you are being utilized and you're being used. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So, okay. Second story, y'all. Young Miami or Carisha. Oh, Miss Kalisha. Miss Kalisha. Um, Okay, it's blowing up here on my laptop, y'all. I'm sorry. I got a lot of tabs open. Yeah, have you ever done that? Like you're watching one YouTube video, then you get find another one, and it's just if it's not one thing, it's another. So, all right. So this is a legend, okay? Carisha, aka Young Mimi from the City Girls, told her fans in a new track that she plans on quitting rapping. According to Carisha, she no longer needs to make a living with her music. As she puts it, her WAP pays the bills. Carisha then gave some more insight on how she plans to make generational wealth by continuing her non-traditional relationship with billionaire music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, 53. Carisha and Diddy have been dating. Let me see here. Sorry, y'all. Okay, Carisha and Diddy have been dating for a little more than a year now. For those of you who don't know, they've been together for a long time. The last thing I remember was Carisha said that she was single now. Okay, she was single now, but apparently their relationship is not exclusive. During that time, Diddy fathered a child with an Asian Instagram model that has been spotted out about with multiple women. As Media Takeout report, Diddy report gave Young Miami rather, a platinum credit card with a $200,000 a month limit, and Carisha is free to spend as much of that limit as she desires. City Girl rapper is also free to use Diddy's chauffeur Maybach, his private jet, and his mansions in Miami and Beverly Hills as she pleases. But Carisha has big plans for Diddy in the future, and Media Takeout confirmed those plans in her new track. Carisha rapped, "My N is worth a bill. That N is shooting out babies in me and putting me in his well." In the lyrics, Carisha is suggesting that she plans on getting pregnant by the billionaire mogul, and she claims Diddy, who is much older than the 26-year-old Carisha, has already put him in his will. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Hey, Choice. Hey, Melody MC. Hey, Franchette. Oh, child. Okay. So let's really talk about this. It's all good, Mel. It's all good. Let's really talk about this. And by the way, y'all, shout out to T Talk with your girl. as well. She was live at 5. I was over there support her, as I often do. As I often do. Um, but no, let's really talk about this, right? So, you have this hit podcast show called Carisha Please, where it's basically the female version of Jason Lee, of the Jason Lee show. Respectfully, Jason Lee has done quite a lot with Hollywood Unlocked, that he has built himself up. And he's another Lee, so of course, Lee's no Lee's, even though he doesn't know me as a Lee yet. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But you got this podcast, and you want to quit rapping because you have access to $200,000 a month on a credit card, and you have access to a Maybach private jet in his homes, and then you're going to get pregnant by him, and you think that's going to really make you have a career. I miss the days of Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson, and the beautiful gowns of Miss Aretha Franklin, God rest her soul. I miss people who genuinely had a gift and they were respected for that. When did putting a baby in somebody be a gift? I mean, seriously. Because it started with, Maury Show and, DNA results. Then we got to Teen Mom, right? And Farrah Abraham. If y'all don't know about Farrah Abraham, child, it's a whole thing. But it seems to me nowadays that normal human things, or normal human experiences, rather, put some respect on life, seem to be the new way to get clout. And I don't like it. I really don't. I mean, there are moms that, they almost lost their life. There was a young lady. She was a Olympic gold medalist that was found passed away in her home after giving birth because she was a high-risk pregnancy. There are rainbow babies right now trying to figure out if they're going to live. And you have the blackdacity and the blackocracy to say, you know what? I'm done with rapping, y'all, because guess what? He's going to put a baby in me. I'm in his will. His will is how you're going to live. You provided him a baby is how you're going to live. That is your worth. And far be it from me to be the person to judge. He or she who has not sinned cast first stone. So you can cast it, shut the blankety blank up talking to me, right? But seriously, your life is bigger than that. You're a good interviewer. You do make music that people are listening to. And you are acting. Even though a lot of people dragged you for that, child, I really didn't see it because I really didn't care for BMF. I love, 50 Cent and what he has done. 50 Cent should be co-owner of Stars. What he did for that network with Power and BMF and diversify that platform, 50 Cent deserves half of that network, just saying. But, that's neither here nor there. But the point is, and I said this, I think, on T Talks Live, before that, when you keep telling that story to people, that's all they know of you. I believe your story is way bigger than just being put in somebody's will and popping out, kid. I really, really believe that. And I think that not only starts with home training, I think that also has to deal with the environment that you are in and how you carry yourself. Because how you carry yourself is going to determine how you carry your thoughts. How you carry your thoughts will determine the moves you make. So that's just my thought. I wish her well. But child, your life is way bigger than just existing to give life. And that's just real. I'm saying all that as I would say that to any young lady that's in my life, as a friend or as my partner. Women's lives are way bigger than just how we see them for a release, and we all need to do better at that, including myself. Because child, y'all know I love a good old BBW, but they are more than just the thickness. that exists within the dresses. Okay, so let's move, let's move on. Let's move on. So the next story: Disney's chief diversity officer, Latoya Norton, exits Disney. This is an exclusive story from Variety. Disney's chief diversity officer and senior vice president Latoya Nguyen is exiting her role after more than 6 years, according to an internal memo obtained by Variety. An individual with knowledge of the situation says that Nguyen will be joining the corporate board of another company soon and plans to devote more time to her self-owned creative company. In her role as the head of diversity, equity, and inclusion operations at Disney, Noon was charged with overseeing the company's commitment to produce entertainment that reflects a global audience and sustains a welcoming and inclusive workplace for everyone. Upon her departure, new and direct reports will report to Julie Merges on an interim basis until a new chief diversity officer is named. Shelby Curry and the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion's internal communications team will continue to report to internal communications and engagement executive Carrie Brown. Previously, Nguyen served as the group vice president of social innovation and chief diversity officer for Toyota Motor North America Incorporated and chief program officer for Toyota Mobility Foundation to Toro Motor Corporation. She began her career at Toro in 1991. Newton's exit from Disney comes less than a week after CEO Bob Iger announced that Chief Financial Officer Christine McCarthy decided to step down her role. So, what do I have to say on this? And yes, she is a black woman. I honestly believe that Disney right now is in the midst of a not just a cultural shift, not just a mind shift, but a soul shift. You got to recognize, y'all, this company has been around for 100 years, right? 100 years of magic. And within that 100 years of magic, there has been good magic and the light of the magic, and there has been bad magic and the dark magic. And then right in the middle is that soul of Disney, where it's not too much, it's not too little, but it's the magic that hits when you need it to hit. And I think moving forward, they have to figure out, okay, it's one thing to produce this content because we are allowing audiences to see themselves, but how can we build out new worlds that will not only showcase what is to come, but how can we invest in people that really do reflect the stories that need to be out there instead of us giving a portrayal just for entertainment. And I think that's going to be a very hard thing to do. Um, I don't think. Let me see. I don't think a black person has ever run Disney before. Let me type that because I'm just curious. I really am. Let me see. And meanwhile, y'all give y'all comments in the chat of what you guys think of this about diversity in Disney. I want to know your thoughts. Is there any Disney movie that you like? Do you dislike Disney movies? What do you think Disney is not doing? What is Disney doing? Like, I really want to know from you guys. Has a black person ever been the CEO of Disney? Which I don't think that's happened. I really, really don't think that's happened. Um, y'all give me a moment. My laptop is my laptop. Um, Hang on, let me see something. Oh, come on, laptop. Really? This is what we. Oh, my. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, hang on, y'all. I'm still here with y'all. Go like YouTube. I got my laptop and my phone, child, all going at the same time. So please, please, please forgive me. Going back. Okay, so y'all are not saying anything in the chat as of right now. That is okay. Let me just go to. Let me go to this question here. Has Disney ever had a black CEO? So, the Disney company has never appointed a black CEO, confirming that the story is fictitious. Norman was the company's first African American animator, so they've never had a black CEO. I do feel that with everything that is going on in the world today, I do feel that companies are only as big, right? Companies are only as big as you allow them to be. And not only are they as big as you allow them to be, but also people want to feel that they have a place. And I'm not saying that you need to put in another black person as a diversity officer, but I do think that whoever you choose for the next diversity officer is to allow them to be able to have the free range to bring out the diversity that can be in the world. Because I feel like with Disney, and I can't blame Disney too much for this, that because the company is so massive and because it's so monumental or magic mental, that they can't afford to screw up. They can't afford to screw it up. So that's just my genuine take. So I hope that everything, will be all right. And like I said, people leave jobs all the time. It's not anything new. But I do think that the chief diversity officer leaving Disney, I think it will make a shift in terms of what is diversity. Because think about it, that person is in charge of all diversity for Disney. And if you have a person in charge of diversity, which everyone should have a person in charge of diversity, but diversity should be in everyone's mindset, not just through a person. And that's just my take on that. So, this next story, y'all, which was quite interesting here. Um, so this story comes from Deadline. The story comes from Deadline .com. .com. So this next one is from Variety. Sorry, Deadline. Sorry, y'all. Forgive me, child. Forgive me. This one comes from Deadline. So, streaming shocker: Warner Bros. Discovery in talks to license HBO original series to Netflix. Okay, so this is an exclusive from Deadline. HBO streaming wall garden is coming down, it seems. In a hugely surprising move, Deadline understands that Warner Bros. Discovery is shopping some of its HBO library titles to rival Netflix. Such a deal will mark the first time in nearly a decade that HBO shows will exist on a rival um, subscription video on demand service or SVOD service in the US. The first title that Deadline understands is to be a part of the arrangement is the Issa Rae comedy Insecure, which ran for 5 seasons on HBO and finished in December 2021. We hear that there are other titles being discussed as well. According to sources, this is a financial move. We hear HBO veterans push back against the plan, but corporate financial consideration won out. Insiders stress that the deal is not closed and may still fall apart, but regardless, it marks a major strategy shift across the premium pay landscape. The shows are understood to be set to be distributed on a non-exclusive basis, which will still allow them to stream on Max. Warner Bros. Discovery CEO Dave Zaslav signaled early in his tenure that he is open to forgo exclusivity and likes its content to boost the bottom line. You know, this is a interesting move, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Because here's the thing: ownership determines your worth. Ownership determines your worth. And I think with this situation that's happening right now with HBO, I think it's I think this is the way that the future of entertainment is going to go. Let's just say that, Brainley's virtual tour live was a show on Max, right? Just following the story here. If Netflix really wanted to say, hey, we like Brainley's virtual tour as well, and we would like on our platform, at the end of the day, HBO could still put that end card on the end of every episode of Braylon's virtual tour. And guess what? That will mean, oh my God, so these are just old episodes. Okay, I guess he is still producing content of his virtual tour. Let me go over to HBO. So being able to have non-exclusivity does increase your social capital, right? Um, However, financially, it also helps because the more that people are investing into eyeballs, the more that ad revenue will come in and the more subscribers that will come through for both sides. So, listen, I don't think it's a surprise. I think that, streaming is hitting its creative roadblock as well. Because guess what? Streaming, there's no FCC regulation. Um, and I think that when you have no regulation, it allows you to be free, but also you don't know what the bounds are of that freedom. So that is my take on that. And finally, y'all, I saw this story too from Deadline.com. And I thought this was really, really cool for all you a hip, hop it, that, don't stop, but then the bang bang, give it up, ready to the riggedy beat. Now, what I fear is not touching. I like to say hello. Black people do not have to do everything. Okay, black people do not have to do everything. I love y'all so much. I really, 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 really do. Um, so no, this story here I found really, really, actually really cool. So if you think about hardcore pawn, PAWN, um, and Pawn Stars, that little hardcore pawn was on True TV, and then Pawn Stars was on A&E, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but either way, with this story, I thought it was actually really, really cool. So get ready, y'all, for a new A&E series. Ever wonder how Public Enemy Flavor Flav started wearing those clocks around his necks, or whatever happened to the original one? A&E has a docu-series for you. Hip Hop Treasures follows rap icons and longtime TV stars LL Cool J and Ice-T as they hunt for hip hop's most sought after memorabilia, from those clocks to from the notorious BIG jersey from the Juicy video, DMX's Aaliyah car, and more. Expect to hear from some such big names as DMC, CeeLo Green, Fat Joe, Masterpiece, Soulja Boy, Naughty by Nature's Trench, and more. With hip hop marking its 50th anniversary this year, the series premieres 10 p.m. August 12th on A&E. LL Cool J and Ice-T teamed with field collectors Cypher Sounds and Yo-Yo, along with Paradise Gray and Pete Nice of the Universal Hip Hop Museum, which is building the world's largest collection of hip hop memorabilia. The world's largest collection of hip hop memorabilia collection, and slated open to next year. Hip Hop Treasures is produced by Pulse Films and Rock the Bells. Rock the Bells is LL Cool J's company, and Paramount Global made a huge investment into that with Gray, Nice, Erica Hansen, Tracy Baker Simmons, Anidra Hale, Myra King, Elaine Fontaine Bryant, Shelley Tatro, and Jonathan Patrick serving as executive producers. To tell you the truth, y'all, I really think that this is a good idea. I really, really think that this is a good idea because here's the thing, right? We all know the music videos, right? We all know the lyrics, but we do not know where the materials, where the items, materials, items, whatever you want to say, come from. So think about this um, as a visual tour. You see that there? As a visual time machine, rather, of hip hop on TV. I think that's going to be so fire. I'm very excited. It is going to be August 12th at 10/9 Central on A&E. I think that's going to be so fire. Yes, you can stream on TikTok as well. I think on TikTok right now you can upload up to a 15-second clip, but in terms of a stream, I think you can do as long as you want. But now you can upload 15-minute videos. So, with that being said, I'm going to drop the link, and if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come on up, and we'll just talk and chill and stuff, y'all. And I'm still learning what time y'all would like for me to go live. Cause see, here's the thing, right, about YouTube. YouTube is a online television network with all these different networks on at the same time. So, one person's going on at 8, another person's going on 7. So you want to make sure that whenever you go live, that you are not missing your audience, right? You don't want to be going live at the same time someone else is going live as well. So I will paste it in the chat. There you guys go. And I will pin the link here. Let's see here. Get out of this. Let's see. Go back to my internet. Okay, there we go. It should be popping up here in a second on my laptop here. But anyway, I hope you guys have been having a wonderful day today. I have really been enjoying myself. I did some new intros. So trying to get this laptop, situation worked out because I don't mean to be hard on technology, but I am, right? So my cell phones, my laptop. So I got like a MacBook, right? And so because it was kind of obsolete, I needed to upgrade to a new system, which allowed me to have a microphone, camera works, and everything. But me and my mom, we got into a little bit of a heated fellowship because I'm just legit asked her if I could just get a laptop so I could just do all of my virtual tour stuff on it. But she was saying, if you don't get stuff from that's used and online, you'll be able to keep it longer. I'm just like, I'm not gonna spend $400 on no laptop. What's wrong with you? Yeah. But the same token, I get what she's saying, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to have your laptop or whatever matters to you, your material possessions, if you will, last a long time. So, but try to figure this thing out. But yes, if you go over to my about page, you'll see what this channel is about. This is the channel for the culture. So I'm going to try to do the virtual tour lives Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because that's during the week. I may do a weekend edition depending on how I feel, but also it's really figuring out everybody's time schedule too, right? I've been trying out 6 o'clock just to see, you know what I mean. But like I said, we shall see. So the link is pinned there if you want to come on up and chill out and all that good stuff. I know some of you are out working, so you may not be able to come out or come come out, child, or come up rather. But I appreciate y'all being here. Let's do a little live looky loo here, or look see at what's happening on ABC News Live. By the way, y'all, I've been watching this documentary called The Secrets of Hillsong Church. Y'all, It's such a good docu-series. It's on Hulu and it's from FX. It is so good. Um, and it's really making me reflect. Sorry, y'all, that's the that's the Hulu sound on in the background. But let's see what you need to know. No, I'm trying to figure out where is it. Anyway, I can't seem to find ABC News Live for some odd reason. Uh, ABC News Live. We'll see what's going on there. Hey, Demita, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Just chilling out. It looks like right now it's GMA through what you need to know. Coming up here at 7 o'clock, the race against time to find the people in the Titanic. They were saying that they're not really finding them right now. That it was like a detectable noise right now. Then Prime Focus, soaring price of a college education child, whatever child. Okay, just and then after Demert Morley on Marvel Secret Invasion. It's a new show that's coming out on Disney Plus. Yeah, it is really sad. Hey, Melody MC, welcome in.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm finding my flow on YouTube. If you go to my description page, you guys will see.
Okay.
So, you know what? I'll go ahead and tell y'all now. So, I figured out a way, I think, to diversify virtual tour because I think the main reason why I was getting a little frustrated, and then we'll get into the Titanic thing because I want to give y'all my take on that for real, for real. Um, I was frustrated because I did not know how to diversify myself, and I really was frustrated of the fact that okay, I have a voice, people are
Uh-huh.
hearing it, but how do I diversify it enough where I am still having fun, but it's not a lot of pressure on me? So I diversified it in 4 different ways. So the first 3 virtual tours that you see, um, the original title is still called Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour, but I'm upgrading that to Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Cruise Control. So you're probably
Okay.
wondering, well, what is Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Cruise Control? Well, that is where it's just me for the full hour, giving my opinion on a singular topic, but finding many different points of view on that topic. Or it can be a virtual tour cruise control interview. So let's just say that Melody MC was the guest. It will be me and her on cruise control talking about Melody MC, her life, her views, whatever, right? So then for the short form content, and like I say, give me some time, y'all, okay? Because I gotta figure out, the consistency of videos, when I need to post, all that stuff. Child, YouTube is such a mind cluster F. And there's such a learning curve, so give me some time. But I think that this will kind of help out everybody. So then Brain Lee's virtual tour pit stop will be, a 5 minute to a 20-minute video. Not too long, not too short, but just enough for y'all to know I have something to say. And then, of course, virtual tour live is what you guys are on now, taking the 5, stories of the day, giving my take on it. Then we come up here and just talk and have a good time. And then I have Brayley's virtual tour shorts or Brayley virtual tour short where I'm going to give an instant reaction. Good, bad, or indifferent, you're going to hear me say what's on my mind immediately. So I hope those 4 different tracks help out everybody. So yeah, I'm trying here. I'm trying.
You doing good, man.
So listen, it's not easy. The link is
Right.
pinned if you guys want to come on up. I'm gonna try to get me a different laptop because I want to upgrade so that way I can bring more people on. And also too, um, And shout out to the people that do use StreamYard. I think everybody uses StreamYard. But what I mean by that is if you can bring up video and photo at the same time, shout out to you. I think for me right now, just kind of starting out, I just may not do that. But also, too, my first three videos, you really didn't see me bring up any photos or video. It was just my voice. So I'm going off of that because I feel like that will be the easiest way for y'all to get to know me because it's nothing cluttered. It is just my voice. And I think that's probably the most pure thing. Plus, not only that, I'm posting all of my stories in the chat. Not the chat, child. I'm talking to y'all in the chat as I'm on my phone right now. But what I meant to say was I'm gonna post all the links to the stories in the description.
Okay.
So that way, y'all know, I know, we all know that ain't no person that's getting sued for $1.5 million and they ain't got it because they ain't got it. That's what research is about. But anyway, no. But no, how are you, Melody? How's your day going? And hey, Choice, welcome in. Glad to have you here.
Good, happy, positive, and blessed.
Understood. I was
walking in the rain and I seen you live. I said, "Oh shoot!" So I tried
yeah.
to click on it.
No, you're good. I'm trying to figure out when everybody would like for me to go live because there are people going live at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I'm trying not to conflict with
And I'm
that.
like,
And
Lord.
yeah, so give me some time, y'all. But you know what? Let's talk about that Titanic situation, right? So, for those of you who don't know who the Titanic is, it's the biggest travesty in marine in um marinic. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Aquatic, mariner. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. History, right? So now you can for $250,000 a seat be in a submarine and go down to the bottom of the ocean and see the Titanic. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I got $250,000, I'm not saying I will not come back to YouTube, but I will say this: though, I will come back to YouTube, but y'all will not know. I am not going to spend $250,000 going down to see something that was meant to be down there, right? They are 13,000 feet below the sea level. It is crazy, absolutely. They are 13,000 feet below right now. They did say that they did hear a detectable noise. So basically, what they tried to do was they tried to look at from the body of water, right? Before they went down below. Because here's the thing: the technology that they need to have, that is such a level that they can't get to. That even if they got to them, the oxygen will not be able to sustain the water pressure. So I am praying for them because at the end of the day, you expect to get what you paid for, but it should not be that tragic. Whereas those type of consequences, you know what I mean? So. But yeah, it is quite sad. It really, really is.
And then they say they got until like tomorrow, Thursday or something.
Yeah, somewhere around there that they're gonna try to, I think, go until Thursday. I'm gonna stay on with y'all until the story comes up here on ABC News Live, so I can give y'all, so I can give it to y'all live. But no, yeah. So no, it definitely is. It definitely is.
And it says like they lost like some type of connection or something like that.
Yeah, that they did. I think that they, that there's only so much that you can do while you are down there. So the communication that you have with the crew above. Yes, it's 5 people. I think it's 2 men, a father and a daughter, and somebody else. So I think it's 4 to 5 people, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so it's just, it really is quite sad. But also too, you know what this made me think of too? It made me think of the Virgin Galactic thing where, or the Blue Origin where you go up in space and you go around space and then you come back down. Because we all know what happened to the Challenger. And I'm not wishing that on anybody, but also too, what if you're like, okay, all right, we're up here, but we're not able to come back down. It's like you're stuck in space. Not trying to put fear in anybody, but I'm just giving a real take. Um, but yeah, so
I hope they do something or be able to save them or something.
yeah, because I mean I don't think that they really want to come back on and say that they're gone. Um,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like I said, there's been too many people to lose a lot of life here recently, mentally and otherwise. So, but yeah, so
Things that's going on today.
yeah, it's always something.
Did you
So. Mhm.
did you see that on the news about the lady that sent her kids in the ongoing traffic? Did you see
No, I
that? Like
did
the
not.
luggage
No, I
fell out
didn't
the
see
car?
that. Mm-mm.
Yes, the luggage fell out the car, and she sent her two small kids, a little girl and a little boy, out to get the luggage on the freaking interstate, and they got hit and they passed away.
Oh my god,
Yes, they gave her a DUI and all types of other stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, like it
that's
was sad.
just
Like I
that.
was like, oh my god, like if you ever want to be depressed, just turn on the freaking news. It was really sad, really freaking sad.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, that was just malpractice on that mother's part, and I think that a lot of times in life, I know we only do what we know, but also we gotta be responsible too for what we do. And it's just crazy to me how the world today just seems comfortable with so many different things, from all the gun shootings to
Hmm.
discrimination to people not getting paid, their worth. There's so many social issues to tackle that we just seem comfortably like, okay, this is life. Like, for example, some of y'all may not know this, but Barack Obama had a plan to make community college for free, just like the public school system. And the Republicans said no to that. Now, far be it from me to say what's on my mind about people, but since we're here, didn't y'all have to go to school to learn about politics? Did someone have to invest in y'all? And finally, do y'all not read all the bills that come through? And don't you work with people that's all dealing with education? So what that probably would have done is open it up where everybody can at least have an associate's degree to be able to level off the playing field. But also, too, bigger than that's going to be up to corporations and small businesses to say, okay, you have an associate's degree. What job can we make for you so that way we can get your knowledge in our company? And sometimes I feel like there are people who want to be solutions, but the resources aren't there. Then there's some people that want to be a problem, but they project themselves to be a solution so they can just run around amok and stay a problem. And it's quite sad to say that, but it is what it is. But yeah. Hello to the six people that are here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome into Brainley's Tour Virtual Live. If you guys see the links in the description, you can go those links, read them. I'll give you the recap of all of them very quickly here. Maura Mills, a adult film star. She banged it out with Zion Williamson, and she's been posting receipts on him. Young Miami says that she wants to retire from rapping because she is in Diddy's will, and she is going to pop out kid for him. Then the chief diversity officer of Disney is leaving Disney. Warner Brothers is trying to make a deal to bring some HBO programming to different platforms, and the one that they're trying to talk to is Netflix. And so Insecure may be on Netflix. And then finally, there's going to be a new show called Hip Hop Treasures from Ice-T and LL Cool J, debuting August 12th at
Okay.
10/9 Central on A&E. So those are the stories of the day. Yeah, so just chilling out with all of you wonderful people. Hopefully you are safe and sound wherever you are in the world. And by the way, I just want to thank all y'all for giving me a genuine shot. I know that there's been a lot of ish happening over the past couple of child. It's supposed to be weeks, but feels like months or even a year. But at the end of the day, I thank all of you for the love, for the support, for the care, and I hope what this channel can be is a place to fall. I believe everyone deserves that. We all are messed up, but that doesn't mean we're not trying to rise up either. So,
I
thank you all for
love when
being
you do
here.
that.
Listen, I try my
I
best to
love
give
it.
love. I try my best to give love for sure. If you're in the bushes, like the video. Please, it helps with me getting in the algorithm. I'm very proud of the 123 subscribers, but I know I can get to 500. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that, but impossible things are happening every day. If you separate the words, I am impossible is I'm possible. So just trying to be that for y'all for sure. But
Yes, sir. Like I told you, keep going, keep posting. You're doing good. Like you done beat me going live. Like I haven't even got comfortable doing the live stuff because my schedule everywhere. But you're doing wonderful.
well, thank you. I mean, listen, when I thought about doing the live thing, I'm like, okay, I am kind of bare live because I have been on the different panels, and kind of. Oh, thank you, Demi. I appreciate that. I've been on the different panels, so people have gone to hear my voice and see my face, and so I'm like, okay, well, because I know I'm extemporaneous and really good at what I do on those, how can I bring that energy over here? And so I was thinking, like, should I show my face on the live? I'm like, no, because people know my face by now. They should. So if you don't know,
Absolutely.
just go back to some of the panels I've been on. Go over to T Talks channel, and you'll see me there. But I felt like because my first 3 virtual tours were with no face, I felt that that was the only natural progression here. You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
You're doing good, man. You are. And you want to know the biggest thing I love about your lives?
What?
You're always positive.
Well,
I
I
know I
mean,
can come in here. It's gonna be some positive. You know what I'm saying? I love that for
well,
real.
listen. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have to create drama to be somebody,
Mm.
you don't have anything special to give. Um,
Amen. Oof.
and that's just being real. That includes Carlos King. That includes all of us. Okay,
Mm. Yeah.
everybody can be a problem and a solution. So I don't want to hear ish. Okay, that includes me too.
Mm.
But I realize that I cannot change the whole world. I can only change the worlds that will allow me to help them change their world. That's all I can do. So, if you like it, great. If you don't, that's okay. Because guess what? I know I can be long winded, but out of my rambling comes greatness. Just give me time. But the main thing is, I want to be able to do this virtual tour as a way for us to kind of navigate, the world a little bit easier. I mean, my theme song is it's all a part of the game. And whether you're playing the game to win, where you're playing the game to just get a thrill out of it, or you are playing the game just to have something to do, I want you to play the game to the best of your ability. And
Mm.
we are in a virtual world. If you really think about it. Facebook is a continent, Twitter's a continent. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Clubhouse, Discord. These are all different continents on this virtual world. And I just happen to want to take you on a virtual tour of what's happening. Plus, know that add the internet as a continent. So you have all those continents, and you just need a place to do. And guess what? This is a virtual tour for my culture, our culture, your culture. And I hope I am a good tour guide, giving you this virtual tour. It's not going to be put together all the time. Please understand it's not. It will be put together at other times, but whether good, bad, or indifferent, I have always said after everything is said, done, posted, thought, shared, this is where conversation gets its soul. And I hope I will be a good caretaker, steward, and investor of that responsibility. So, yeah. Oh, wow. French Montana shares untold life story and new documentary. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know French Montana was doing a documentary. That's what's up. I'm proud of these artists recognizing their worth of, yes, I do music, but I also live a life. Yes, I act, but I also do this. Yes, I make clothes, but I also do this. And I think with that being said about French Montana's documentary, I think the only way people will ever understand you is if you make yourself available to understand. Now, after you make yourself available to understand, if people do not want to understand, then that's on them. But they cannot say that you did not at least try. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm gonna stay here with you guys until 7 o'clock. And when I mean staying here with you guys until 7 o'clock. Hey, T Talk with your girl. Hey, by the way, y'all check her out. She did a great live. We went over the Scott construction site. Actually, it was his best friend's construction site. Just oh man, Uncle Wanda might be going live tonight. Them meet us. Thank you. Lord Jesus, before you flame something up on a grill, make sure the words coming out your mouth has been cooked well done with the responsibility of what comes out your mouth, Uncle Wanda. Anyway, it's all good though, DMC. It's all good. But yeah, I'm just chilling out with you guys. I'm just chilling out with y'all. I think the biggest story out of all 5 stories that I saw that really got to me today was the Young Miami story. So for those of you who don't know, Young Miami is in a non-traditional relationship with P. Diddy. And so she said that at the end of the day that she is going to retire from rap, right? And that P. Diddy is going to she said that, he's going to put a baby in me and that I'm in his will. And I just feel like there's more life to you than that. You know what I mean? I don't know how many of you have daughters, but I'm assuming, everyone here is a daughter, right? And so I honestly believe that y'all parents would not want y'all just to exist and give life. And we have to do better with that with our young Black women and just women in general. I think the pay gap for women is quite ridiculous, honestly. Women should be paid as equal as men. I'm not saying that to be a feminist or a simp at all. There was this person that was born as dust in hell that said I was a certain term just because I liked Swoop. By the way, for those of you who don't know who Swoop is a content creator, SWOOP. She has like blue hair and she has this thing called Petty University. She's absolutely amazing. I've been loving her content for such a long time. And all I said was, I really like her content style. She's long form content like myself, and she seems like she is talking to you as a best friend, and I would date her. And somebody wanted to call me a name because I had an opinion. Here's the crazy thing, though. Be still long enough, and you will see who comes through. 4 people liked that comment. Y'all, just showcase who you are, and everything else will fall away. Right now it's 7 o'clock, and ABC News Live is on. Let's see here. Somebody filling in for Lindsay Davis. Let me see here.
It ramps up as search and rescue crews expand their focus around where underwater noises were heard. Plus,
what's the scariest part? Not going into stuff. And you start to wonder, like, is my family gonna help me? It's the loan's gonna be enough.
with the pause on student loans set to end soon, Mary Bruce takes a look at the college cost crisis that's forcing high school students to make tough choices. And Fury, you've been gone. Things are gone.
I guess Secret Invasion is like the beginning of Nick Fury and just his story in the Marvel universe. But like I said, I'm very curious on the updates to the Titanic story, and we'll see what that will be. Um, and it's Phil Lipoff right now is live, so I think there's something happening in London. It looks like it's some type of fire. Um, and somebody is getting arraigned right now. I don't know who is getting arraigned. It looks familiar though. It's just basically the top stories of the day. If you guys want to come up, the link is pinned. If there's anything on your mind at all, feel free. And like I say, I think at the end of the day, when all the chips are down, when everything's washed away, here and when you say your goodbyes, at the end of the day, you don't have a second chance to get it right. So get it right now. Give people space, give people love, give people time, and everything will come back to you for real. So here we go.
Died on Sunday. It's set a last signal less than 2 hours later. A fleet of aircraft and ships from the U.S. and Canada searching an area roughly twice the size of Connecticut, both above and below the water. And more help is on the way, including a French ship carrying a deep-sea robot equipped with a camera and arms that could actually reach the Titanic and free the sub if it's stuck there. But even if that robot finds it, doesn't have the power to lift it to the surface. Tonight, search and rescue crews remain focused, but they are running out of time. Gio Benitez leads us off again tonight from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Tonight, rescuers are running out of time and options to save the crew of the missing Titan submersible. Those 5 passengers trapped inside could have just under 14 hours of breathable air left.
The search and rescue mission 100% will continue to put every available asset that we have in an effort to find the Titan and the crew members.
Since yesterday, sonar buoys have detected several banging-like underwater noises, but a search has turned up nothing. Navy experts now studying those sounds.
We need to have hope, right? But I can't tell you what the noises are.
But with the clock ticking down, rescue options are limited. Tonight, there are no ships from the U.S. or any other country on scene that could lift the 23,000-pound Titan if it's still submerged. A Navy deep salvage system has arrived in Newfoundland, but it's days away from the search zone. A French ship is expected to arrive tonight with a deep-sea robot equipped with cameras and arms that could free the sub if it was stuck, but it cannot lift it to the surface. Tonight, the crew facing dire conditions in that 22-foot-long capsule in the dark with temperatures below freezing. Your body will start shivering to generate heat, and that will use up more oxygen, so that's not a good thing. The sub is the only passenger vessel in the world capable of taking a group that size to the Titanic 2.4 miles underwater. Mike Reese was on that trip just last year.
It is always in the back of your head that this is dangerous and any small problem will turn into a major catastrophe.
The crew on Titan Expeditions is locked in from the outside with 17 bolts with no escape hatch. Seen here in this CBS Sunday Morning profile on Ocean Gate and its founder, Stockton Rush, copy that, who insisted the Titan is high-tech but simple to operate.
We run the whole thing with this gate control. A pressure vessel is not MacGyver at all because that's what we work with Boeing and NASA, the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
But the University of Washington tells ABC News it was not involved in the design, engineering, or testing of the Titan. NASA saying they were consulted, but did not conduct testing and manufacturing via its workforce or facilities. Tonight, the fate of 5 explorers hanging in the balance.
Finding them is the first step. You still have to get them on ship, and you still have to unbolt them. So plug that into your clock.
And Gio joins us now from Halifax once again tonight. Gio, even if crews can locate this sub, given the resources, what kind of rescues are still possible?
So, Phil, at this point, it really looks like the best chance they have is if the Titan has floated to the surface and they're able to find them between now and tomorrow morning. That is when the air runs out.
Phil, all right, Gio Benitez, thank you. And joining us again tonight is National Geographic editor Kristen Romey. Kristen, thanks for taking the time again. You and your team reported late today that life-saving equipment that could help the search is caught up in red tape. Can you expand on that for us?
Yes, I spoke to the Explorers Club today. They have 2 members actually on this vessel, and they have noted that since Monday they have been reaching out to U.S. authorities and saying that there is a concern about how to retrieve this vessel if they can find it. You have to remember that the Titan is a carbon fiber composite sub. This is a new situation that we're dealing with. These are not steel subs that we usually have going down to Titanic. And the equipment that is being brought in, there is concerns that it would actually damage the hull of the submersible if there are indeed people still alive on it.
So could the equipment they were telling you about be delivered now if there was no red tape?
Well, it's going to take at least 16 hours, to get it out. And so the question, again, it's a matter of time. And everybody's talking about this kind of, tomorrow morning the air runs out. Unfortunately, it's not an immediate process. The air will, the oxygen levels will continue to deplete. And people, it's going to be a slow process. So the Explorers Club members are confident that there is still time, if these people are still alive, to get assets out there to raise the submersible without damaging it in the process.
Yeah, and you talk about the oxygen levels. Isn't it true that right now the crew would need to sort of be rescued now? We're coming down to this window, right?
Right, and there's a lot of variables here too about how much air was exactly available when the sub went down, and also what the crew is, if they are still present with us, what they are doing to conserve that air. We know there was a famous sub rescue in 1973 with the Pisces 3, where the crew members were rescued after almost nearly 80 hours. And you have to be very conscious about how you consume your air and what you do in the submersible to reduce the amount of oxygen that you are consuming.
We heard in Gio's story what the Coast Guard had to say about the banging noises we have been hearing about for about the last 48 hours. What kind of stop do you put in the noises that have been heard?
Well, I think the fact that they are actually talking about it means that there may be some legitimacy to it. I have to be quite frank, when I first heard this news, I was skeptical because, water allows noise to travel very, very easily, and it's sometimes very difficult, especially at those depths, to determine where those noises are coming from. But I am getting increasing information from sources that, led me to believe that this is, a legitimate observation and a legitimate concern, and something that is kind of firing up search and rescue efforts to zero in on a specific area.
Members of a committee specializing in submersibles expressed in with this for unanimous concern regarding the development of Titan. That was in a 2018 letter addressed to the CEO of OceanGate. The letter was obtained by the New York Times, and it was later authenticated by ABC News. The question I have for you is, do these underwater submersibles need certifications, or is this kind of a Wild West of sorts?
It's not a Wild West because most submersibles, most companies that build these, they do work with these licensing agencies, either out of the US or Europe. I mean, granted, there is no DMV for subs and submersibles. It's more of a voluntary thing. But, these groups were actually, reaching out to OceanGate and saying, look, let us work with you to ensure that this sub meets our standards. And from OceanGate was kind of like, these are regulations that are keeping us from innovating. But I will tell you that most of the industry would ensure that their materials are certified by these agencies.
National Geographic editor Kristen Romey, thanks so much again for your time.
Thank you, Phil.
A powerful.
All right, y'all. So that is the latest on the update to the submarine that is under the sea. I know that was very wrong of me to say that, but yeah. So underwater. But no, seriously, I do hope that they do find them because, I mean, think about it, right? I mean, the guy that you guys heard there was Mike from The Simpsons. I think he is one of the animators on the show. And he took the trip last year. And so I hope that at the end of the day, they do find them, as Gio Benitez said, that, they have from right now until tomorrow morning. And that's when the air runs out. So yeah, this has been another good edition of Braylon's virtual tour live. I'm going to of course end it with the daily motivational thought from greatday.com. Oh no, for sure, I'm praying for them as well. It is just it is quite sad. Wait a minute. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I just saw this story from TMZ, and this does relate to the thing. Hang on, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, hang on, y'all. So, oh my God. Okay, so Titanic billionaire stepson shoots his shot with OnlyFans model as rescuers scramble to locate the missing sub. Things are starting to look very grim for the 5 people trapped inside the submersible meant to explore Titanic, but that is not stopping the grandson from one of the missing men from shooting his shot with an OnlyFans model. Hamish Harding is a brilliant billionaire among the passengers inside OceanGate Titan, the submersible that lost communication 2 hours into his dive Sunday. Harding's stepson, Brian Ezaz, has been very active on social media as the story has blown up around the world. Brian at Audio Guy 182 on Twitter says, "Please keep my family in your prayers," with a praying hands black heart emoji. Brian was back on Twitter Wednesday, first asking his followers, of course, like I just said, keep my family in your prayers. However, about 30 minutes later, his attention shifted to streamer and OnlyFans model Bria, who posted a pic of herself. Who posted a pic of herself in a bikini with the caption, "Can I sit on you?" Brian, clearly into the picture, reposted it and replied, "Yes, please." Your dad is under a submarine. It is underwater right now, 13,000 feet, and you're the stepson of this British billionaire. That's your dad, and you're saying yes, please, to a streamer OnlyFans model that said, "Can I sit on you?" What is this? Of course, Brian's comment section started to pop off following the post. One user wrote, LMAO, quote, "Tweeting a thirst trap while your stepdad's lost at sea is wild business." Another, "This guy loves Blink 182. and having ladies sit on his face, and he's not afraid to let the world know. As we report, Brian is the same guy who announced he was going to a Blink-182 concert in San Diego as rescuers scrambled to look for Harding. Brian posted a photo outside the concert Monday night, clearly aware it was going to come off the wrong way, defending his attendance at the show as a way to cope with a tough situation. Guess everyone handles stress differently, and they do. But I think just I'm sorry, man. Like, I mean, if you need to grieve in that capacity, just there's different ways to get a release, okay? But that wasn't cool to do that on social media. As your dad is 13,000 feet under the sea to say that, hey, you can sit on me. What the hell, man? Like, just, oh my God, just, Lord Jesus. Does anybody else want to come up real quick before I click off the live here? Any final thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, recollections? Hey, 3 people are still here. Thank you guys so much. Type in the chat if you have anything that you want to say to your man, your friend, and family member. Braylon Lee here. And I really do appreciate y'all. Don't despise small beginnings. Although it may, 4 people. See, people are coming in. People are coming in. And like I said, the link is pinned at the top if you want to come up and hang out with me for a little bit. No, I mean, at the end of the day, y'all, I do not look at the fact of, I'm starting out small, right? Because at the end of the day, as long as someone is tuning in, you are winning. In the words of Mary, I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road was going to be easy, but I don't believe God brought me this far to leave me. I really, really do believe in that. And, there was this great documentary from Oprah Winfrey called Belief. And I don't think it was her, but she sent out a team to go around the world to see what the power of belief was from different points of view. And honestly, I think not the biggest religion, but I think the biggest mindset that everyone subscribes to is belief. You are believing for something good, you are believing for something bad. You are believing in feeling something, or you are believing in not caring. So yeah, that's why I honestly believe everybody believes in something. And some good news for y'all. The January 6th rioter who attacked officer has been sentenced to 12 plus years. So it looks like, justice is being done for sure. So with that being said, I'm going to end our virtual tour live with the daily motivational thought for today, June 21st, 2023. Pace yourself. Doing nothing is relaxing for a little while, but soon it leaves you feeling aimless and miserable. Taking on too much is sustainable only for a short period, long before it wears you out. Pace yourself. Undertake enough to keep you involved, challenged, interested, growing, but not so much as to deplete you. Push yourself to keep going while stopping short of pushing yourself over the edge. Kick back, unwind, re-energize your spirit while taking care not to fall into sluggishness. There we go. Your life is not a permanent vacation, nor is it in the spirit. Ooh, Lord Jesus. I'm going to read that 2 more times because that was a word right there. Your life is not a permanent vacation, nor is it in the spirit. Your life is not a permanent vacation, nor in the spirit. Learn to recognize the right amount of effort for you and consistently apply that effort over long stretches of time. Are you serious? Y'all. Okay, I'm going to read this and then, okay, you know what? Hang on.
And made it more complicated to cancel memberships. In a statement to ABC, Amazon called the FTC's claims false and vowed to fight the case in court.
So basically, FTC is basically saying that there is suspicious things happening with Amazon Prime subscriptions. So the Federal Trade Commission is suing Amazon over Amazon Prime subscriptions. I will look into that and may do a pit stop video on that. But anyway, let me finish this up here. Where was I? Oh, yes. Learn to recognize the right amount of effort for you and consistently apply that effort over long stretches of time. Don't trap yourself with too much action or too little. Work in a pace that enables you to make life the best that it can be. Ralph Morrison. You know, I really do like that thought. Some things I got from that. You know, push yourself to keep going while stopping short of pushing yourself over the edge. Making sure that you, as the Niagara Falls of who you are, matters to not just other people, but to yourself. You do not have to be that majestic for everybody. It's okay to be a calm lake sometimes. So that's the first thing I recognize, is to make sure that I'm responsible for how much I am giving to myself. That's the first thing. Second thing is, you know, doing nothing is relaxing for a little while, but it leaves you aimless and miserable. I feel yes and no to that, right? I feel that staying still for too long can leave you aimless and miserable, but also too, I think it's how you view it. You know, again, to be at home, you know, I'm in peace. You know, I'm not dealing with the stresses of the world. I am not overthinking things. I am not rushing through things, because this society is so much about rushing through life that we don't be still to live life. So I think that being aimless and miserable in your stillness really depends on you. So perspective with that. And then finally, with your life is not a permanent vacation, nor endless spirit. I will agree with that, because, you know, recently with everything that's been happening here, y'all, I've come to realize the life that we're all living, it is basically a lot of grace laced up. Take that for what you will. And somehow we are able to take in that and not pass away from the fumes of the energy of what we're taking in. And so I think with the grace of our lives being laced up, I think that the different flavors of life is not an endless spirit. Neither should we be limitless, because when you limit yourself, you're limiting your thoughts. And when you limit your thoughts, you are limiting the blessings that could come your way. So I will drop that Great Day link in the chat as well, so you guys can go to. It's a really good website. He's got so many of these. And so, you know, I try to end every virtual tour with that. Now, of course, you know, the shorts I'm not gonna be able to do because it's like 30 seconds. But, you know, when I'm doing, you know, the virtual tour cruise control episodes, whether I'm doing the virtual tour pit stop videos, or if I'm doing virtual tour live, I'm always going to try to end it with something positive, because after everything has been said, done, read, shared, and thought, we should be able to celebrate at the end, knowing that we are still here. So with that being said, that is it for this edition, Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. So with that being said, once again, know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always born a blessing. Trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I love you too. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, by us spending time together, we will rise up together to be something great for each other, to each other, and of each other. And always remember where you're doing radio, television, radio, television, YouTube, or you know what, just trying to figure out what you have to give. No, I kind of said that already on the last one. What's something I can say? Knowing that just because something is available on the home screen of your life doesn't mean that you have to select it to watch it. Make sure the replay is not just worthy for you to watch it, not just worthy for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I post the community tab. I try to post there mostly every day. But you know, like I said, if you need to reach out to me in my community tab. I will respond, or the comment section. I get the notifications. But please, y'all, be in love, be in joy, but most of all, be in peace, if for no one else, for your own self. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Have a good night. I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a good one.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. And you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play. And you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. And you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. And you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play. And you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. And you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. Yeah, I beat you at your game. And if you were me, you would do the same. Man, I really love to play. And now that I won, then it's safe to say you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play. And you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your magics and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. And you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play. And you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your magics and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, life. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me